Rebels in Syria captured its capital city of Damascus, toppling the Assad regime that has ruled for generations, and ousted President Bashar al-Assad fled the country and has arrived in Moscow, where he and his family have been offered asylum. NBC's Raf Sanchez joins us now with more. Good day, I'll say to you this morning from here, Raf.
Joe, good morning. We are on the Israeli-controlled side of the Golan Heights. We're looking out over southern Syria. Damascus is just over the horizon there. And 48 hours ago, President Bashar al-Assad was in control in the Syrian capital, as his family has been for more than 50 years. But today, as you say, it's a new day in Syria. It is a new day in the Middle East. Assad has fled to Moscow, and it is now a coalition of rebel groups that are in charge in Damascus. The largest of them is an Islamist group called Hayat Tahrir al-Sham. This is a group that has its origins in al-Qaeda. It is still considered a terrorist organization by the United States, but it is working very hard to try to show the people of Syria and the world that it is moderated. It says there will be no persecution of minority groups, Christians, Alawites, Shia. It is saying today that there will be no restrictions on women in this new Syria, and it is insisting that it will govern for all Syrians. Now, President Biden saying that this is a moment of risk and opportunity, and that the United States will judge these rebels by their actions, that the U.S. is prepared to engage with them, but at this point is not willing to remove that terrorist designation. I can tell you guys, Israel is not waiting around. They are acting very, very assertively as this new reality takes shape in Syria. Israeli forces have been deploying just over that border into Syria itself. They are saying that that is a temporary measure given the instability there, that they are determined not to let the conflict in Syria spill over into Israeli-controlled territory. And over the weekend, Israel carrying out a series of airstrikes on chemical weapons, biological weapons, ballistic missile sites in Syria that had belonged to the Assad regime. Israel says it is absolutely determined not to allow those strategic weapons to fall into the hands of terror organizations, and that is why it is acting decisively right now. Guys.
Nobody knows, I guess, Ralph. The notion that this does turn into some type of theocracy or Islamic republic. In the past, can we, at face value, take what these individuals, what they're saying now at this point about what kind of country they plan on having? Can you take that at face value? It seems like it never plays out that way when push comes to shove.
Yeah, Joe, in some ways, this is kind of an interesting experimental rerun of the Arab Spring from 2011. You know, the uprising against Assad began then peacefully. Assad absolutely crushed it brutally. And here we are 13 years later, and it has led to his overthrow. There are not many positive examples of states in the region where you had these uprisings and it went on to peace, prosperity, stability, and democracy. And the question is, can these Syrian rebels bring anything like that to this country that has been so devastated by 13 years of war, more than 400,000 people killed? I can tell you, Joe, just judging by what they are saying, the rebels are giving indications that they want good relations with their neighbors, with Lebanon, with Jordan, with Turkey. They aren't talking a lot about Israel at this point. Ideologically, these are not groups that are fans of Israel. In some ways, ideologically, they're not a million miles off of Hamas, actually. You have kind of Islamism and nationalism fused together. But their priority at this point seems to be consolidating power inside of Syria, taking over the institutions of the state. And it is worth saying that, this is a group that is different from ISIS. You have American forces still in the eastern half of Syria. They're in an area controlled by Kurdish forces. And those American military operations against ISIS continuing yesterday, even as this political chaos was taking place in the Syrian capital.